Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll run here with a rookie. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple.
Set, go.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only able to gain a couple there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Aldridge trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
No touch it. No touch.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
No touch it. No touch it.
Throwing is Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now Daniels. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively at second down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go. Chap 60. Chap 60. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
To throw is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. 18, Rattler. 18, Pioneer. Check go.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Set. Ready.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. Now here's Lou Headley now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Eagles in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, 73,
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 4.
63, 60. Great, set.
Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Tiger swamp.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Great, set.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
70 Rangers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. Set. 7 Pirates. Get up.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60. Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
Throwing now is Daniels. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Panther 60.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
60 Maverick. Go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 70. Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Great, set. No touch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Great, set. No touch.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
On the double.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
79 Bronco. Set up. 19 Lion. Check out.
Back to throw now on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Ready up.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
60 Bobcats. Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60. Dragon 60. Ready, ready?
Looking to throw. Daniels. That is caught by Johnson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Come on. Set. Hook.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
70 Timberwolf.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Miami. Carl Yeti.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3.
No touch it. No touch it.
From the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
No touch it. Man. No touch it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
No touch it.
Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
No touch it.
Hurts. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
19 Tiger, 60 Bison, 60 Bison, ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Aldridge, and across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go, set. Hiking, 18. Go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Great, set. Crowd, let's get it. No touch.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Ready. Buffalo 18.
In motion right is Tony.
Ready.
They go play action. Daniels finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
60 Maverick, 60. Here we go, here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now he's forced out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To the air goes Daniels. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Barkley again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
70 Rangers, 60 Bobcats, 60.
To throw is Daniels. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Juwan Johnson, 70 yards. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he is going to lose yardage here.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Great, set.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Great, set.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Okay, ready?
Here's second and 10.
Set. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Here's Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing after the interception, Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second and 10.
Come on, set. Set, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Warrior 70. Here we go, set. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Bronco. 19 Lion.
Throwing now is Daniels. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
18, Pioneer.
Daniels looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
In motion goes the tight end.
Hut, hut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And running with power here. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 38 yards. And the Eagles are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Dobbs goes in motion.
Ready?
Now Daniels. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll swing this out to Tony. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Ready,
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Set. Chap 60. Chap Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
Back to throw. Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because Your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
135 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
No touch that. Hey, 73. No touch that.
They're going to look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey! No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. And sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.